So now if we fast forward to 2004, so we're getting more recent, and believe it or not, it's one of the same researchers. So Sanaki, again, was involved in this study, and he had several other researchers that assisted him on this, but he was the main researcher. So again, another published article. This one, what they did is they wanted to look at doing exercises to promote strength in the back extensor muscles, and they wanted to follow that over a long period of time. So they had two groups of postmenopausal females, and one group they instructed in extension exercises, and actually the only exercise that they did, and I'll demonstrate it later, but they just laid down on their stomach on a table or a bed, and they did some extension of their spine, and they had a weighted backpack on their back, and they gradually increased it over time to a maximum of 50 pounds in the backpack. And they just did one set of 10 repetitions for 5 days a week, and they did that for 2 years. The other group did not do any exercises. Again, everyone got proper posture, body mechanics. And what they did over this 2-year period is they brought all the subjects in, all the patients in every 4 weeks, so they kept an eye on them. They tested their strength. They had an isometric muscle tester, so they could test their back strength every 4 weeks and kind of give them reminders about proper posture, proper body mechanics. And then at the end of the 2 years of just the group that did the exercises and the group that didn't do the exercises, they said, okay, go on and don't do the exercises anymore to the group that did. And you can just go on and kind of carry on your life. We're going to follow up with you somewhere down the road. They let 8 years go by, and they brought those subjects back to do some testing. And there was only just a few that no longer could participate in the study. So a total of 10 years had gone by since the beginning of the study. So what they found, there's a lot of numbers here, so I got to go here. The group initially that was going to do that did the exercises, the strength that they originally measured on average of their back extensor force was 39.4 kilograms of force they could generate. Now, after 2 years of doing just that one exercise I mentioned, it went up to 66.8 kilograms of force. The group that didn't do the exercises, they started at a baseline of 36.9, and actually at the 2-year follow-up, they were up to 49, which they based on the fact that they were instructing them every 4 weeks on proper posture, proper body mechanics. So they were kind of, those people probably paying a little bit extra attention to their back. So then after 8 years of really doing nothing, as far as the exercises, the group that was up to 66.2, their strength went back down to about 32, but the group that hadn't done any exercises, it was down to 26. So, and that was still statistically different. So showed that, for one, the group that did the exercises for 2 years, even 8 years down the road of not having done those specific exercises, they had more strength than the group that didn't do any exercises. What they also found was that the group that did the exercises, their bone mineral density was statistically significant, it was higher. And the group that had not done any exercises, they had a 2.7 times greater likelihood of sustaining a vertebral fracture. So,
Quick question, what was the,
Yes.
did the study say where the location on the backpack was? Was it high, middle, low?
there's a picture in here.
Oh, okay.
I can show that to
Yeah.
you. It was
Mid?
kind of
Mid-ish?
mid-ish, yeah.
Mid-ish,
But
yeah.
you can take a look at that.
I was just interested where they focused on it, yeah.
So, and again, that's just They just did one exercise 10 times
Yep.
a day for 5 days. Pretty remarkable. So all those people out there exercising for hours a day, right? You just got to do 10 reps, right? That may not be the full answer. However, those two studies certainly show that the effects of extension-based exercises. So that's why today I'm going to focus on extension exercises, and I'll be doing some demonstrating them on the table, and then there's some you can do standing up. Now, again, I have handouts that go over everything I'm going to show you. Everything may not be suitable for everybody sitting here, so just because I demonstrate it doesn't mean that every single one of you is going to be able to do every single one of the exercise that I show. Everybody's a little bit different. I don't expect people to put 50-pound backpacks on their back and start doing some of the exercises. You could just use your body weight. That's perfectly fine. If you get home and you're trying some of these exercises and any of them bother you, feel like you're having some pain or you're just really struggling, certainly you do not want to do those. These are just examples. Gives you a little variety. If you wanted any more specific exercises and to know what's right and what's not right for you, then I would suggest going and seeing a physical therapist. Doesn't necessarily have to be me, but seeing a physical therapist or one that has knowledge with osteoporosis and learning what's right for your particular condition and where you're at. Okay? Any questions so far?
How do you spell the name? Nicholson again?
Mickelson, M-I,
M like in Mary?
yes, M as in Mary,
Right.
I-K-K-E-L-S-E-N. And again, I have those studies up here. Anybody can look at them at the end. We can look at the picture of how they did the one exercise. But I'll have those up here. So for starters, I'll demonstrate some different exercises, again, extension-based, that you can do on your own. I have a table here. You don't have to use a table. You don't have to use a bed. Certainly some people, as long as you can get up off the floor, you can use the floor at home if you want to do that.